The studio lights were blinding, the crowd's murmurs trembling through the air like a heartbeat. On the grand stage of Canada's Got Talent, a young boy stood alone, his bare feet peeking from worn-out shoes, his hands trembling as he clutched a cheap plastic microphone. His name was Miguel Santos, a 13-year-old Filipino immigrant who had come to Canada with his mother only a year ago, chasing a dream that felt as distant as the stars. Miguel's voice was small when he introduced himself. "I'm from the Philippines," he said shyly, his accent tender but proud. "I came here with my mom. She cleans houses. And I sing for her." There was a pause, a silence filled with something more powerful than words. The judges smiled encouragingly, though one of them, a woman with kind eyes named Melissa Carter, noticed the boy's torn jacket and the way he looked at the empty seat in the audience. She leaned forward. "Is your mom here tonight?" she asked gently. Miguel's lips quivered. "She was supposed to be," he whispered. "But she had to work late." A murmur passed through the audience, quiet sympathy, the kind that hurts because it's real. Then the music began. The first notes of "Hotel California" drifted softly through the air, that familiar melody suddenly filled with something raw and human. Miguel closed his eyes and sang. But it wasn't just a song anymore, it was a story. His story. Each word carried memories of nights sleeping on cold apartment floors, of his mother's cracked hands washing dishes long past midnight, of laughter in the face of hunger, and dreams whispered between prayers. His voice, pure, trembling, beautiful, wrapped around every soul in the room. Greater than, "Welcome to the Hotel California." The lyrics felt different in his mouth, like he was singing about a place not of luxury, but of hope, not of gold, but of love. His voice rose, cracked, then soared again, strong and unstoppable. The audience leaned forward, eyes wide, hearts open. Melissa Carter covered her mouth as tears welled up. One of the male judges whispered, this kid is singing straight from heaven." Midway through the song, the screen above showed a clip, his audition video. Miguel had recorded it from a small, dim apartment, sitting on a plastic chair with a broken guitar. He had said, "I just want my mom to smile one day and not be tired." By the time he reached the final verse, the entire audience was standing. Some were crying openly. Miguel hit the last note, long, pure, and trembling like a prayer. Silence followed. Then, thunder. The crowd erupted in applause, screams, and tears. The judges stood, hands pressed to their hearts. Melissa couldn't hold back anymore. She slammed the golden buzzer with such force that confetti exploded like fireworks. Miguel froze. Gold rained down from above. He looked around, lost, confused, then smiled the purest smile anyone had ever seen. And that's when it happened. From the side of the stage, a woman came running, a janitor's uniform still on, cleaning gloves in her pocket. It was his mother, Maria. She hadn't planned to come, but a coworker had shown her a livestream on their phone. She dropped everything and ran across downtown Toronto to get there before the song ended. When Miguel saw her, he ran off the stage, straight into her arms. She lifted him, crying and laughing all at once. The audience cheered louder. Cameras flashed. Melissa Carter walked over and hugged them both. Through tears, she said softly, "You reminded us tonight that talent isn't about perfection, it's about love. And you, Miguel, you have love in every note." Later, in the backstage interview, Miguel looked into the camera and said, "In the Philippines, my mama told me that dreams are like wings. You don't need to be rich to fly, you just have to believe." His words went viral. Overnight, the clip titled, "Poor Filipino Boy Sings, Hotel California, Judges Cry and Smash Golden Buzzer Loudly Crying Sparkles," spread across the world. Millions watched, millions cried. People from all walks of life, from Canada to California, from London to Manila, commented messages of hope and love. Some said it reminded them of their parents who sacrificed everything. Others said they finally believed in dreams again. Within weeks, Miguel and his mother received hundreds of letters, scholarships, and invitations to perform. But Miguel's favorite gift wasn't fame, it was the new pair of shoes a stranger mailed him with a note that read, "So your feet can walk the path your voice has opened." Months later, Miguel performed again in the finals. He didn't win the show, but he won something far greater, the world's heart. When asked what he would do next, he simply smiled and said, "I'll sing for people who feel small, because I know what that feels like." Years passed, and that boy grew into a young man known across Canada not just for his voice, but for his kindness. He used his fame to build a small music school for underprivileged kids, teaching them that their stories, their pain, their hope, were songs waiting to be sung. Every year, on the anniversary of his audition, Miguel and his mother would sit on their small porch, still in that same neighborhood, watching the stars. And she'd whisper, "You did it, Anik. You made people feel." Miguel would smile and reply, "No, Mama. We did." And somewhere in the night sky of Canada, it almost felt like the golden confetti was still falling, reminding the world that even the poorest boy, with the smallest dream, can shine brighter than all the lights on that grand stage.